Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Charlie Butt of Wheaton-Warrenville football. How's it going?
It's going great.
So I know that you're just wrapping up the school year and all that. Are you like, is your senior year done? And I don't know if you've had graduation yet, but yeah.
So last Saturday, graduated, senior years of wraps. So on to the college experience, and it's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
So how was your senior year overall?
I think it was a fantastic senior year. A little underwhelming during the football season, but you can't always win. And that's sometimes the unfortunate reality. Sometimes the season doesn't go your way. There's some bumps, there's some bruises, and you just got to roll with it, and it's just a learning experience to go into the next chapter.
Yeah.
But other than that, a great senior year.
How was your football season?
A little underwhelming, 3-6. We had a great win against Nequa. At the time they were ranked pretty high in the state. But that was a great win at Nequa. So an away game for us, 10-7. So real bruiser. But other than that, kind of the ebbs and the flows of the season, and just, man, football sometimes stinks.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's, you're going to have a great year, and sometimes that's just not in the cards. But overall, I mean, there had to be, obviously you can still get every single good moment out of a pretty tough year, and you did.
Yeah, just trying to find like things to like progress the game, or things I can like learn about taking last season, taking things I can learn, what can I do better going forward, and just apply it. So it's, hey, we had a bad experience, like let's take from it and let's move on, Yeah.
Okay, so you're a safety. What's that like?
It's really interesting because you get the best perspective of the field other than the quarterback. You're far back there, you get to see how the box is set up, they have a tight end in, what's the receivers looking like, what's their backfield set. So it really gives you eyes for the game and allowing them to see, hey, are they in a run heavy formation? Hey, what hash are we on? What's the sticks? And it puts you in a perspective to where, hey, let me communicate to the guys and let me use my brains a little bit more to make a play out here. Because you're covering a lot of grass, and sometimes that intuition is what's going to make that a deflection to an interception.
Yeah. So I know that your high school year is official. Obviously besides going to a bunch of grad parties, but you've decided where you're going to go to continue your football career. Where are you going?
Minnesota State, Mankato, up in the NSIC conference. It's going to be exciting. It was a great year last year and hoping to build upon it. But, the Mavericks up north. Yeah.
So why Minnesota State?
It's actually a really funny story. So I went to a North Park visit for football, and I met Coach Taylor there. He was the defensive coordinator there at the time. And we hit it off, and we had a pretty good connection. And he eventually switched over to be the defensive line coach that summer at Minnesota State. And I talked a little bit to Minnesota State my junior year, nothing too serious. But he texted me about a week before the camp starts. He's like, hey, I think you should really come up to this camp and like kind of show us what you got. And I was like, well, coach, it's 7 hours away. And I was like, I wasn't sure. I wasn't set on it. My mom made me go, which was just the best decision ever. And I went up, had a great time at camp, played really well, got the offer. It was fantastic. Enjoyed the campus, enjoyed the coaches, really connected with the school, the town, the philosophy. And just, I was like, wow, like there's just a place where I can get my degree, play high level football, and just be excellent on and off the fields. And ever since I was like, this is where I'm going to go.
Yeah. So, I know I know it's, when do you report?
So I think the move-in day is August 5th. So that last week of July, first week of August it's going to be a busy time getting all the stuff up there, moving in and being ready for camp in the preceding days.
Absolutely. So I know you're going to have a pretty busy summer in Chicago. I know you're not too far away from Chicago. I know there's a lot of big events that go on there. Of course. What are some of the things I know that you're looking forward to, this summer?
I mean, Lala's kind of off the table now because that's the week I'm leaving. But there's concerts like Summer Smash that will be fun. A Cubs game, a Sox game is always a great time. The NASCAR race is just an opportunity that the city doesn't always get, which will be a great time for the locals as well as a good thing for the city. Just festivals like Rib Fest the last year was a great time. So just anything to enjoy the summer and be in the city and experience something new is just going to be a great time.
Did you ever think that NASCAR would come to Chicago? Like,
no, I did not.
City streets?
I never thought of that. I always thought like NASCAR was like, it wasn't really like an Illinois thing to like happen. Like it's like none of my like friends or my family are super into it. Like a few people I know really enjoy it, but I never thought it'd come to the streets of Chicago to race in like a city format. But as soon as we got the news, we were like, oh my gosh, this would be really fun to go see. So trying to get the tickets, but it's expensive, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, it's also going to be another. I know you're talking about some big concerts. Miranda Lambert's going to be down there. I think the Chainsmokers are going to be down there too. So it should be. I think the Black Keys maybe. They're gonna. Yeah, it's going to be. I think July 4th weekend should be pretty interesting. That's for sure. What does football mean to you, bud?
Oh man, football. What does it mean to me? Oh, I forget who said. I think Kobe Bryant said, "Sports is the greatest analogy of life." And for me, football is just the sport that stuck. I mean, I tried everything when I was younger. I tried baseball. I tried soccer. I even tried gymnastics. And the one thing that stuck to me was football. And it's a game of really like representation. You need big guys. You need small, quick guys. You need guys that can throw. You need guys that can catch. You need smart guys. You need everyone under the sun to come together and be a team. And I think that's what I really appreciate about it is like the bond you get with the guys to the right and to the guys to the left of you. And what you like, the bonds you create and working together as a team in so many different formats and like not as always being physical, but also being smart and all that different stuff. And like, hey, even if you mess up the last play, like you can bounce back and you can recover and play the next play. So I think football for me has just kind of been something that I've grown up with and something that's taught me a lot about not only life, but also about having good relationships. And I think the relationships are what makes the game real special.
Absolutely. So I know that, your senior year is done. What are you going to miss about high school football and just, the high school years overall? Because, you already graduated. There's a good chance you probably will not see a lot of the classmates you graduated with ever again. Yeah. So what are you going to miss about all of it?
I mean, I'm going to miss the guys for sure. That the guys for the last 4 years have just been a blessing to play with. Just so many memories, so many times, just not even football related, but like after practice or like when we went to team camp to Carthage my senior year or this year rather. Like stuff like that will just always be like have a special place in my heart. But from the football side specifically, I think the community. I think high school football is just a great opportunity for communities to really back their high schools and back the young men playing football. And the amount of communal support we get here in Wheaton is fantastic. I mean, with another high school up north, like too, and the town split in half, like those crosstown rivalry games are always packed. They're always heated, and there's high emotion. And even the games that are not like far away, we still get a good showing from the community. And all the teachers, all the friends, all the family that come up to me like, hey, good luck tonight. Good luck on Friday. And just, I think that communal aspect of high school football is probably the thing I'll miss the most.
All right. Well, Charlie, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck at Minnesota State. And we're definitely going to be having you on again sometime.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to be on. I can't wait to be on next.